I need to admit something slightly annoying about my dating life. I'm weirdly terrible at selecting partners. And it's annoying because I'm a therapist, right? Every single week, I'm teaching people about relationships, attraction, long term compatibility, all of that stuff. And I'm always saying to people the traits that make someone exciting for 3 months are very, very different from the traits that make someone good for you for 30 years. And I deeply know that. I understand that. But then when I'm actually on a date, I'm so dumb. I get so quickly blindsided by chemistry and how I feel in that exact moment. And I think it gets everyone because even when you know what you should be looking for, the pull of your hormones, your past, what you're used to, it's incredibly hard to override. And now I actually get how annoying it must be when a therapist says, well, what you need to do is you need to prioritize values and morals and life direction. And of course, that is actually good advice. But people are probably sat there like, yes, of course, I know that, I just can't do it. Because in real life situations, when you meet someone, you don't want to feel like you're interviewing them for the job of being your lifelong partner. You want the excitement of this feels right. And that in itself is partly the problem, because the things that feel most obvious in the moment are not always the things that matter most over time. And that's the bit I'm actually trying to learn properly. If you want the 30-year person, the traits you select for, they have to change. Because at some point, the exciting thing, it's going to stop being exciting and it's going to start becoming exhausting. And I've experienced that firsthand and it's not nice. Because the harsh and annoying truth is if you keep choosing 3-month traits, you're going to get 3-month relationships. So the thing I'm trying to do now, which is actually helping a little bit, is to stop pretending I can override all of those feelings in that moment. It's so hard to think logically when you're sat opposite someone attractive, charismatic, and chaotic. So I think the solution has to happen a little bit earlier in the road. You need a kind of filter before that date that protects you from your own patterns. Because if your pattern is being drawn to what isn't good for you, you can't rely purely on how you feel in the moment anymore. It's not working. So you have to do something different that might not feel right, but it has to happen to get a different dating outcome. What that's looked like for me is going on dates with people who I wouldn't normally go out with. People who don't necessarily have that immediate fire, but maybe have some of those longer term characteristics I'm looking for. And also having a longer build up time before dates, so I have more time for my logical brain to actually kick in. Because I have to recognize if I keep choosing the traits that create short-term excitement, I can't be surprised when I keep ending up with short-term relationships. Anyway, that's my reflection of the day. I hope it was useful. Take it easy.